Welcome to the Marine Science Consortium, a place where students get to learn about different aspects of marine biology through hands-on experience. In just a few days, you will learn so much about the different parts of Wallops while having fun with friends. Today we're going to take a look at one of the experiences you'll have at Wallops, the boat trip. On this trip, students board a research boat such as the RV Flatfish and travel out to engage in experiments on the coast and the water. On board, students learn at 4 different stations, and let me tell you, it's a real party on the boat. But fair warning, it gets a little cold and windy on board, so I suggest you huddle like penguins for warmth. Now, let's start with the first, and of course the simplest station, getting a water sample. 2 main instruments are used at this station, a winch, and of course, a Van Dorn bottle. For those of you who aren't familiar with the Van Dorn bottle, it's an extremely simple, self-evident instrument to use which obtains water samples from a specific depth of water. So, let's set up the Van Dorn bottle first. It takes just a few quick and easy steps. Ready? So first we put the Van Dorn bottle on a safety line by feeding the metal safety line through a little hole here. Then we have the Pac-Man eagle line here and tighten the Mickey Mouse ears here. Easy! Then, to set the bottle, make the cross tight here and have the Pac-Man eagle line here. Turn both knobs here to be perpendicular to the gray knobs here, and take off the top plunger here and attach it to the bottom of the cross here. Finally, take off the bottom plunger here and attach it to the top of the cross here. And voila! You're done! Easy smeezy lemon squeezy! Now you just lower the bottle using the winch, and when it is at its desired depth, send the messenger down. When removing the water out of the bottle, be sure to keep the the bottle close to the bucket, as to eliminate the waterfall effect. Great! Now that we have our water sample, let's head out to Station 2, so we can perform some tests on it. At this station, first we'll use a refractometer to measure the salinity of the water. To use this instrument, simply place a few drops of water on this end of the instrument and look through the other end and read the measurement. Next, you measure the amount of dissolved oxygen in the water using, you guessed it, a dissolved oxygen meter. Now, this instrument is a little complicated to use, so pay close attention. You stick the probe into the water and read the number on the screen. Don't be discouraged if you can't get it on your first try. Excellent! Now let's move on to Station 3. First, let's measure the pH of the water. To do this, it is mandatory that you lay down on your stomach off the edge of the boat. Perfect! Now that your pants are all wet with seawater, you just take your handy pH meter and try to match the color of the water to one of the colors on the meter. Please note, you must use the ugly brown colored pH meter instead of this pretty blue one, because the color of the water is ugly brown. This is due to the productivity of the waters with all the organisms that they contain, which causes this dark color. Next, at this station, you take a Secchi disc and place it in the water. Lower it to the water until you can no longer see it, which won't be long, I promise. Then slowly raise it until you can see it again. Note the depth. Good! Now that we have all this data, we're ready to move on to the last station. Here, we'll be measuring the current. To do this, you take a current cross and place it into the water. At the same time, start a timer. The cross is connected to an 18-meter rope, which should in theory become taut due to the current pulling the cross further away. Then the direction of the current can be measured using a compass, and the speed can be found by knowing the time it takes the cross to travel the distance. However, this may not be the case. In some cases, the cross fails to dutifully perform this task, resulting in next to no movement. If this is the case, it is extremely helpful to yell encouraging phrases to your cross, such as, "Go, Crossie! You can do this! You were born to do this! We believe in you!" However, if this still does not work, wait, who am I kidding? Of course it will work! So, kids, I hope you learned a lot from this video. Before I leave you, I have one last message for you. When on the boat, remember to always keep yourself between the line and the water, okay? Now, unfortunately, our time is up. Best of luck to you. The end is right. I hope you had the time of your life.